talking to you.
T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The following program is rated TVMA for language. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the program, but sometimes things happen, and we may say things that may be offensive to some or non-conducive to others. So in other words, shit happens. Oops.
Niggas coming.
Hey everybody, how are you today? Hope you're doing well. We're doing pretty fine. Listen, this is going to be a little bit more enthusiastic than it probably should be because Winston just was like, fuck. Winston just gave me a fuck you without giving me a fuck you. And if you see it on my IG, you know why. But welcome to another all-new episode of Blerds in the Hood, man. We had to do it live. I, first and foremost, am your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington.
I'm the Swaggy Blerd Winston A. Marshall.
One of us clearly is exhausted. And guess what?
Yep.
Probably ain't me this time. But I'm about to be.
It's definitely me. No, it's definitely me. I'd want to blow up everything. I am fully burnt out, bro. I've got nothing to say.
Oh, welcome to the club. You know how we get burnt out, and then we just work through the burnout, unfortunately. And it sucks, and then we continue on the way we have to. Yeah, I mean, literally, it's just people are like, you guys shouldn't be, you're supposed to rest and things like that. And yes, we want to, and yes, I understand completely. But it gets to a point where it's like your jobs, everything, and life starts happening, and you just have to keep moving. So, let me say this out the gate. Thank you. The reason so this is more so for me, and I'm gonna be honest, 100% honest. We were initially gonna just pre-record again for tomorrow, because if you didn't follow me, I'll be in Austin the rest of this week. And I personally was just like, I know we want to stay on our regular day of Wednesdays. I know that. And that's something for consistency and growth, et cetera, et cetera. But I also know that one important key element of this show that has helped to grow and expand and keep people fully engaged is us being live. So I was like, we got to be live. Now, y'all could have been live potentially with either Winston and just Dwayne or Matt, which may happen in the future, or vice versa, me with Dwayne or Matt. But I felt it would be best to be live since we hadn't been live for a couple of weeks. And I want to thank you all, and I want to thank Winston for obliging me on this. Matt as well. Congratulations to our producer, Dwayne, who's out celebrating some big stuff for himself right now. So he's not with us today. But yeah, so I want to say that out the gate.
Yeah, you a bitch. No, it was all I know is this. We said in last week's show we're gonna put a poll out and we'll go based off of what people want to do.
You shouldn't have. First of all, let me tell you something. We said it on the show. I know what we said. I know, and I thought we were talking about going forward after this one because we had this one locked in the calendar.
All I know is then when we did the poll or whatever, all of a sudden I get this solo text from Jay being like, I'm pissed at you for a multitude of reasons. Reason number one, nigga, it's been on the calendar. Reason number two, nigga, oh, you just making decisions without me? Reason number three, nigga, I turned down shows. I said, those are all valid reasons, but also, bro, I'm trying to fly right. I'm trying to get on a plane. I got time for your shit. So I literally was like, okay, I'm racing to the airport. Give me a minute. And then as I'm running to the bathroom, as we finally were past security, I was like, nigga, what? I heard you upset. We could do the show live. I don't give a fuck. Like, what are we doing here? I wasn't trying to exclude you out. I'm going by off what we said off the show. I don't fucking know. And he goes, I don't know. We should be live. Nigga, they like us live. I was like, yeah, I get that. It doesn't matter. The point is, like I said,
all I know is that I went off of what was in my schedule. It was like we were gonna be on Tuesday. And I was like, okay, cool, we can go live. But then I know we put the poll up. I know what the poll was. Sir. Was for sir. I'm trying to make sure I understand. Okay. I understand. Okay. But however, I am a nigga whose brain goes in 82,000 different directions. You cannot switch shit up on me the last minute. I was assuming again, but was what I said. But with all that being said, Mr. Winston A. Marshall.
My nigga.
A nigga moment.
Man. Nigga. My nigga. What you been doing?
Shit. So I this weekend was back in Dallas. One of my day ones was getting married. So I was back home for that, man, and it was cool. It was cool to get to see him do that. I had met his now wife, his fiance previously, but we had always been at like dinners and stuff like that. I didn't realize, and this is no shade whatsoever, but I didn't realize they're the same height. So like my boy so like when they came out and they did their dance, I was like, oh, they like eye to eye, bro. That's like really cute. Like that's like zero shade whatsoever. But I didn't even
but as
I thought this, and I was just putting their first dance, I was like, oh man, the Masons, oh look at that. One of my homies, he's gay. He be sassy as hell. He goes, oh, we love a height appropriate couple. I said, nigga, why are you in my head? Like, get out my head. But no, Jordan's my homie, man. He's been one of my day ones. I won't stop laughing because one of the stories I put out on Instagram, he's a Kappa. And you know the Kappas. I said, no matter where you go, you know these Kappa niggas gonna shimmy. And of course, someone put on Pretty Boy Swag.
That's their song.
This is my sweat. And they were all pulling the cameras out and they were all just shimmying together. I'm like, oh my Lord, y'all be doing that thing.
Have
right?
you not seen what happens when a bunch of Qs get together?
Oh, I know all of them, all the bunch of Qs and a bunch of Kappas. There's definitely things that just happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, I understand that 1,000% with them. But the wedding was dope, man. It was cool to see that. It's cool to see some of the dudes that I met because half of his bachelor party was like family and then like us day ones. And then the other half were college homies, which happens for a lot of people, that kind of stuff. So it's good to see all those folks again. They were really dope. It was good to see his parents. I haven't seen them in a while. And then, you know, I got to spend time with my dad, which was cool. And all that. And, you know, Kristen was with me down there too. So all that was great. I'm just exhausted because our flight got in at about 11 something last night. It was quite the journey to get the bag from checked baggage because there's a lot of construction going on at LAX right now. Trying to get an Uber out. We had to go get the car, tried to get the dog, couldn't get the dog. So then when I came home last night, I didn't get to sleep until about 2 something. And then because I had work and then this and the couple that was watching Asia for us had to get to work themselves. I had to be to their house at 7. I woke up at 6:55 and I started to panic. So then I raced over there and got her and immediately came back and have been working nonstop, man. So I'm just on like 3 hours of sleep and hopes and dreams and just pure rage. So, you know, it's all good. I think once I get some sleep tonight, I'll be able to kind of reset my brain, get back in the flow of things and then kind of do all of that. So that's pretty much all that's going on with me. So now I return the favor, Mr. Jay Washington.
My nigga.
A nigga moment.
Man. Nigga. My nigga. What you been doing?
I am just as tired, just going nonstop. I've been on stage damn near every single night since last Tuesday, I believe it was. I've just been trying to stay sharp and focused for the show I have, for these shows I have in Austin for Moon Tower, but doing that and writing, Finally broke my writer's block, bro. I was at a different, like a really bad writer's block where I couldn't just sit down to type. And so been also lifting a lot more and running a lot more, and trying this whole new thing of 10 to 12% incline at 3 miles an hour for like 15-20 minutes. We're gonna work our way up because my knees ain't what they used to be. So we're trying to make that happen. What else was there? So there's been that. Yeah, I fly out in the morning. I was telling them right before we started recording. I fly out in the morning for Austin. My flight is at 6:15 or 6:45, one of the two of them. Damn near the same thing. But I have to leave my house at 3:45 in the morning, and I'm debating if I'm just gonna catch an Uber straight from here to LAX, bro.
Jeez.
Well, because I normally go to the flyaway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I'm debating if I want to just go from here to LAX or here with or just here to the flyaway. But again, I've been spending most of the day packing. Here's the thing. And you can bring Winston back for this. I have a problem, which we all know.
Yeah, you do.
First of all, fuck you. My problem.
That's what I'm saying. You see that? Just so violent, like unnecessary.
My problem is I overpack no matter what.
I do that too.
Bro, I'm going for 4 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come back on Sunday.
I do that too.
I have 23 shirts packed.
Why?
I don't know.
Why don't you unpack some of those shirts?
So I have potentially wearing daytime shirts and then wear nighttime for show shirts. So that technically should be 8. Then I was like, oh, well, what if I spill something on this shirt? I'm gonna need a replacement.
Nope. I know what you're doing, and you can't do that. Look, Jay, here's what I need you to do. I need you to unpack all those shirts. I'm assuming you're taking some outfits for you to go work out in. I need you when you get there.
That's the thing. I didn't even take, and that's the thing. I haven't even packed workout shit. All my shit in my bag right now that I'm looking at, I just realized none of it is workout clothes.
So here's what you're gonna do. When you get there, if the concern is that you're gonna run out of stuff to wear, some spill on something, whatever, you're gonna go to a CVS or a Ralph's or some sort of like store that it has for toiletries and shit, and you're gonna buy the smallest thing of liquid detergent, not pods, liquid detergent, and you're gonna buy the smallest thing of it's Lysol's like laundry sanitizer. Okay. And then what you can do is you don't need to do a full washing machine. You can put a tiny bit of both in the sink and you can just soak the shit. So like your workout clothes specifically, so they won't smell like ass. You can hand wash them bitches. So you're not packing your whole fucking closet.
Okay.
Like this is not necessary, nigga. Unless you were taking a checked suitcase that's what that's made for. If you're trying to get that shit, and then worst case scenario, you can, if you know somebody in the town, hey my nigga, you want some laundry detergent? Take this shit, like whatever. But that would be.
I do. So it is my check bag that has 27 shirts. Because also hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm listening. I don't know if I'm a respected, but I'm listening.
The neighborhood too. By the way, if you're just joining us, we're live because a lot of people probably wonder, oh, blah, blah, blah. So here, I have to pack. I gotta have my care. So I have my personal bag, which is my book bag, right? Which I have my laptop, probably some shit in there. Then I have to have my carry-on, which is going to have 4 pairs of shoes. I have to figure out which 4 pairs of shoes to bring because, hear me out, each outfit is dictated by its own pair of shoes, which is potentially each pair of Jordans. I'm not looking up just on purpose. So because I don't want to see the disappointment in Winston's face.
There's no disappointment. I just want you to see. I'm talking about this, nigga, right here. This is what you're looking for. Like literally, what I will do is
I hear you.
I know,
but what I'm saying again is my check bag. I mean, my carry-on. Like I was like, all right, so we're gonna do the red and black ones. Then we're gonna do the French Blue 13s. I was like, we're gonna do the low whites, and I was like, I might need one other pair, but I probably don't because my shoes are heavy. Listen,
I didn't say anything. I just put my head in my hands. I just put my head in my
hand.
You
did this?
I did one of these. I did one of these because I am feeling my grays multiply at a rate that I don't like.
So what I'm saying is, I'm just gonna I like to make sure, when I'm in a new city, I want people to be like, hey, yo, saying like, hey, this nigga got on different Jordans every night. And bro, I went to, shouts out to my homies Austin and Casey Carwell. They threw a birthday party on Saturday night. Well, Saturday, yeah, because I had a show first and I had to go to it. And for their birthday, I need more people to start doing this for me. Throw themed birthday parties. They threw a rock star themed party. Here's why I say that. I'm like, okay, what type of what shoes look like they'll go good with this rock star? And I got a pair of Jordans that I have not taken out of the box in 3 years. And I was like, oh yeah, I can wear those. So that's the point. But what I'm saying is I need help. This is why, listen, this is going to sound so wild to say. I'm going to say this 2 different ways or 2 different angles real quick when we get the show started. So I miss my daughter's mom in my relationship, and I feel like need a relationship because a woman would tell me, you don't put that goddamn shit back up, and I'll be like, but okay, and I would do it. My daughter's mom be like, why are you packing all this shit? And I'll be like, yo, just in case. She'd be like, ain't no just in fucking case. And I'm like, oh yeah.
But that's the thing. Kristen doesn't do that for me. She, if anything, she's just like, oh, and then she'll just keep it pushing. Just let me just pack a million things. She'll just look at me, and go, oh, and then keep it pushing. So
let me tell you something. Do you understand? Just going, oh, is more terrified. Any fella, all the single dudes out here, or just dudes in general, if your woman ever gives you a one-word response, just go, oh, and walks off, nigga, reevaluate everything you just did, okay? Reevaluate it all. You're like, oh shit, I don't need that, but all drawers and socks. I'll buy.
Walk out the room. The fuck, you
and
start questioning your whole life. You just grabbing you like, yo, put me on the solo mat. You just out here just just
what do I do? You start cracking and rubbing yourself.
Bro, you do the Kevin Hart where you talking about you start scratching your head and like put your hand in your pocket like I thought everybody was going to eat the chips.
I thought everybody packed 23 shirts.
But what if I get sweaty? It might be hot outside.
So that's another thing. I've been
undershirts, nigga. Undershirts. Stop it. Undershirts. Just stop. I know what you're about to say. Undershirts.
I've been checking the weather in Austin. So I was like, okay, let me look at the weather in Austin for the week so I can be prepared like a smart adult. And tomorrow's supposed to be 83 with a possibility of showers. Thursday, 84 with a possibility of showers. Friday, 89, a little bit cloudy. Saturday, 70, no showers. So then I'm like, all right, so there's a rooftop pool. I might want to be up there. I just don't want to be missing out on shit. You know what? Streamlabs.com.
But of course you pack a swimsuit. You don't need 5. You the nigga that's like, well, what if I gotta accessorize these Jordans with these swim trunks? They're not like how they go. And then on top of that, I gotta bring my 3 different Jordan flip-flops because what if I need to like style those with these? Ooh, which means I got to bring my Hawaiian shirt so I can open it up and they can see the gains. But then at the same time, I got to make sure I have the right undershirt for that because, while the gains, the six-pack isn't right now. So we got to make sure we have the undershirt on right there. And then on top of that, oh, bro, my head be getting itchy. I got to bring like 12 hats. I got to bring at least 12
That's another thing. I haven't packed the hats yet. So I just want you to understand, you have spoken my language. You've made me feel seen, and I thank you.
Oh my God. Streamlabs.com/blerds-in-the-hood/tip. Streamlabs.com/blerds-in-the-hood/tip. If you want to support the show, get a question in. Give your commentary of what you pack and how your girl clowns you about it. Before we get the show started, we're actually going to go over the Streamlabs that came in last week during the pre-tape, as well as the 2 that have already come in for this show. And so you know ahead of time, for those that are old vets of the show, you know what happens at $100. But if you're watching this for the first time, once every $100 we hit, we take a shot.
Jesus, so we don't count this, huh?
Yes, we are. We are already at $55. So we are $45 away from a shot. If you would like to alleviate both of our pains, by all means, go for it. Fred Tastic comes in first and says, support for this premiere of Blerds in the Hood. Apparently, I was living in a universe with blinders on and never really noticed the stupidity that walks around me. Or among me. Now that they're off, I laugh at the expressions on people's faces when I ask, are you stupid? Damn, Fred Tassi, he ain't holding the fuck back for nothing.
Because you have to. You got to be like, you literally have to go, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Why are you dumb?
Why are you dumb? Like,
you are dumb.
People are just stupid. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You ever look at somebody have to do that one and go, the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, real quick, yeah. Before he reads his next one, because I didn't get a chance to show this up. I just want to go on a solo real quick, please.
Go for it.
God damn it. Because I want to show y'all the gains I've been working. You know, so I just looked at myself in the shirt. I just wanted to flex for a second, like I've been working out, and I got on one of the old school Supervillain shirt. So I just wanted to, you know what? Go ahead and put us back on the 2. You know what? It don't matter.
What did I just? What just happened?
Nope, nothing. Don't
okay, well, the next one comes from Mark Watkins, who just says, sending support. Thank you so much. Both of those were from last week. Appreciate you both for that, man. And then Fred Tessa coming back in with 2 more super Streamlabs right now. The first one saying, I know CinemaCon is going on right now, but too much unbelievable shit is happening in real life that got me interested. Also, have fun in my hometown, Jay. Of course, it looks totally different from my youth over 40 years ago because of all the transplant Cali dudes, but it's all good. Kill them on stage.
Thank you so much. Like I said, everybody's been asking me for years, was I going to Austin? And it primarily was because of the shift in comedy with Rogan and everybody down there. And I was like, I'm not going. And then, you know, because the Moon Tower Festival is completely different from that. And I just was like, I'm grateful to be invited to that. It's a major festival, and there's a lot going on where hopefully a lot of big wigs, industry wigs will finally see me. And you know, we're going to put it up to God and the universe that these are the doors that open in a massive way. So, yeah. But again, streamlabs.com/blerds-in-the-hood/tip. Like he said, streamlabs.com/blerds-in-the-hood/tip. All right. So I do not understand. This is our first story. I do not understand how we are watching a president in real time go through active dementia and his cognitive, abilities are dissipating.
I can, because we elected an 80-year-old. We have elected 2 80-year-olds in a row, and we're surprised they have dementia. Like, so as you saw with that photo, for those that don't know, Trump has been in a feud with the Pope, because the Pope, Pope Leo, who, for those that don't remember,
he's from the crib.
He's from Chicago, from Chi-Town, first American Pope ever. He just straight up denounced Trump in this war in Iran, talking about, hey, yo, this is a senseless war type scenario, on top of the fact that both Trump and Hegseth have been going around talking about God want this, God approves of this, God is backing the United States, it's a holy war. And Leo was like, nah, son, God ain't out here like talking about, yeah, war, go kill. That's what I want. So
this comes on the heels. Go ahead. This comes on.
Well, as he was sitting here feuding with the Pope over and over and calling him a feckless Pope, and he doesn't like him and all this other stuff.
He said the Pope is soft on crime.
He said Pope is soft on crime. I didn't know a Pope had a stance on crime. I didn't realize he was in charge of law. But that being said, with all this happening, Trump actually put out an AI photo of him as fucking Jesus, which can be seen right here. as he is standing there as Jesus over folks. And then when people called him out for it, and a lot of MAGA folk got pissed about this, understandably so.
It's so weird to me what MAGA gets upset about now.
Well, that one makes sense, though. The one thing that they claim is that they're all Christians. So when you blasphemously make yourself Jesus...
Here's the problem I have with that. There are various other depictions of him as Jesus that they have stood by. He didn't himself post them.
Well, but that's the whole thing. There's by stood by, though, there is a difference between someone else doing idolatry and them like the one that we have said you are part of a cult and that is your cult leader to actually say, look at me, I'm Jesus, and for them to go, what the fuck are you doing?
He's posted shit like this before too, and it's just like this one is like, this is a bridge too far. And please go ahead, go tell us.
Well, so here's the funniest thing about this is that when he was then at first he defended it, but then when he was asked about it, he's like, no, I thought I was a doctor. I thought that was just a picture of me being a doctor. I didn't know that was supposed to be Jesus.
It was for the Red Cross, he said.
He said, I just thought it was for the Red Cross. We work with the Red Cross. They do good work. But here's what has me laughing, that this is the theory that a lot of people have what's going on right now. So Caroline Leavitt did say in a press briefing that President Trump's Truth Social post depicting him as Jesus was a doctored image. Of course, bitch, it was a doctored image. But here's the thing, Jay. Someone goes, oh my God. So wait. Was Trump told to tell the press that the image was doctored but misunderstood and told everybody he was being depicted as a doctor? And this is the running theory that this sundown motherfucker that everybody has right now. And I truly believe that's what happened. Oh, shit, bro.
That sounds about right. That sounds feasible. So much. Say it's doctored. I thought it was me as a doctor.
I thought it was me as a doctor. What?
Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. What is your dumb ass say it?
I know there was somebody that was behind that camera that just went, I know you fucking lying.
Bro, it's one of those things. It's literally the whole, I'm just going to read directly on the prompter. Hi, welcome to Action News. Pause, break, pass it to Jay.
He's going to read what I mean, right. Y'all remember that, right? He'll read whatever's on the prompter. So it keeps getting better. Because a couple of days prior, out of no fucking where, Melania Trump decides to hold a press conference. Ain't nobody asked this bitch about her opinion on nothing. But she decides to hold a press conference and go, I have never known the Jeffrey Epstein. I was not friends with him. I am Melania. Make fuck green card. I was never friends with Jeffrey.
I am Melania. Make fuck for green card.
Make fuck with green card. I love Dr. Donald. She do like this look, but she goes, I love the Donald. She drops this out of no fucking where. But then you find out it actually isn't anywhere. Here's why. Do you all remember months ago when the ICE deportation started and there was one dude whose wife was gone, but he was still diehard MAGA to the heart. And he was like, they got my wife. Gotta go. Come to find out, his wife was one of the models on Epstein's Island. And guess who she was actually close with? Melania. And she has done an entire deposition. So because of that, they were trying to get ahead of it because people started putting 2 and 2 together. Make fuck your green card.
Well, trying to get ahead of things Let's talk about somebody that did a terrible job of that and is now both out of the job and out of a future job, bro.
Listen,
this nigga Eric Swalwell, he was running for governor of California. He was the Democratic front runner, but the truth is, and that's a whole other conversation because of how our elections go here. He technically was third and was probably not going to even make it. We were going to have two Republican options, but that's not the important point. He was the leading Democratic candidate, and all of a sudden, multiple stories of sexual misconduct, of sexual assault, and of rape started coming out from various women, including former staffers. And at first, before all of it dropped, he tried to be like, my enemies are trying to put out lies about me.
It's all political, baby.
Hey, they're doing this political shit. I'm not about it. And then the women started being like, no, it was this, this, and this, including one of them was anonymous and was on CNN and gave her whole case. She was like, yeah, we were out. We were in the car, and he just pulled his dick out and said, you should suck it. And I was like, no, someone could walk by. This seems inappropriate. Like, I don't know. He's like, you right. You should do it anyway. Like, this nigga is a fucking goon. And so
I don't want to laugh at assault. Here's why I'm laughing.
At calling him a goon?
And what dude actually thinks? I really want to know. It's one of those ironic laughs because it's like, what idiot dude is like, so you see this dick, right? You just go ahead and suck it. We're in the drive-thru of a Wendy's. I don't give a fuck. Suck my dick while waiting on the Frosty. Like, who they say and do stupid shit like this? And
no, sir, not me.
And it goes to you have people who are in positions of power who are like, oh, real quick, speaking of positions of power and this shit, slight tangent. My nigga, my brother in Christ, have you not been inundated with all this AI fruit that's been fucking?
No. Can we finish talking about a serious ass story? What is Russ? Stay on target.
You're right. This is why we need to Wade. You're
right. Stay on target.
No. But here's the thing with Eric Swalwell. He vehemently denied all the accusations and everything, like you said. But then, once the CNN thing happened, guess what he did? He dropped out of the race at first. He was like, I'm going to drop out of the gubernatorial race.
Well, but that's because of a lot of pressure from House Democrats.
A lot of pressure.
You need to get out.
You need to drop out the race, right? Drop out the race. Cool. And then everybody was like, oh, he's going to stay. He's going to stay in Congress. Cool. But then more shit kept coming out. And guess what he had to do? He resigned. Now, we all know, as of now, officially, it should be, and I think we have to use those terms, his political future should be dead. And the reason I say it that way, look what's in the White House.
I was going to say, I think, I will say this, I don't think he'll ever run as a Democrat again, but I bet you he'll be the next MAGA superstar. He'll be the next MAGA superstar, I'll tell you that much.
And that's why I say it like that. His political future should be dead if he runs as a Democrat. Of course it is. But also, this is another thing I saw on social media in regards to this. So when the allegations and everything started coming out in the rise, and I sit on Threads a little bit more recently, and I'm like, I'm watching MAGA people who come over there like, oh, look at the Dems about to throw one of their own under the bus. And everybody was like, no, this is called taking accountability. When someone has credible allegations against them, you act. You have people stand up and say, you need to leave. And so because of that, he's gone. Now, can MAGA or the Republicans say the same thing? No, you can't. Because why? An adjudicated rapist is in the White House. So people tried to use the reverse because now a Republican congressman has also stepped out of Congress. Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez announced that he's going to resign after his own set of allegations.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I'll need to pull the story, but long story short, he, I believe he assaulted a staffer. I know he had an inappropriate relationship, but I think he assaulted a staffer, and she actually committed suicide, and he was covering that shit up for a while.
Jesus.
Yeah, so no, he needed to get the fuck up out of there, bro. He needs to go to jail. I mean, they both need to go to jail, but that's a whole other can of, but at the bare minimum, they're both gone out of power as far as that goes. But again, this is where it's so interesting to me when we like the MAGA folks that were defending the, Trump and being in the Epstein files and shit like that. What if Bill Clinton's in there? Send that nigga to jail too. It's the same thing with Saul. This is the example of what people on the left feel about this shit. You do the shit, you can go. Get the fuck out. Like, we don't need you.
And if I may add, I don't even think you have to just say on the left. People who don't have a direct political ideology, people who have common sense are like.
I'll put it to you this way: people that are not,
if that makes sense,
if they're not diehard MAGA,
yes,
because diehard MAGA, because it is a cult. The idea of if Trump is in the Epstein files and did this shit, it should be no, fuck that, jail immediately, go straight to jail. Like there's no, well, these kids look, and I'll be honest with you. You know what? I'm gonna do a slight tangent before we go to our next set of stories that has to do with this conversation, because I saw these this other black podcast, these young black dudes, and I thought that they were spot on. They were pissed as fuck about all the people that still supported Kanye and went to the shows and all that shit, and they're still defending this nigga, or they'll defend R. Kelly or everything else. And they essentially said, black people, I get that we are constantly, and this is almost the Huey speech from the Boondocks about R. Kelly, but I get the idea that there has been a system that has constantly targeted black men, trying to take them down and all that kind of shit. But we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard than, well, we have to protect the legacy of Kanye. He made Graduation and then college dropout. Like Kanye is all this, then it doesn't fucking matter. And the fact that people, black folk, did not get mad enough and stay mad enough about this nigga wearing a Klan outfit, about talking about white lives matter, about saying slavery was a choice, that the only people that are staying mad are Jewish folks about him making Heil Hitler and all that. Black people need to have the same amount of rage for this nigga and stop supporting him, because then you look no better than these MAGA motherfuckers that, even though Trump has been found liable for sexual assault and rape, has been made a felon, or has been found as a felon, convicted as a felon in 34, 37 times, whatever.
34. 34.
All of that, they sound crazy still supporting him. You still supporting Kanye when he actively was wearing a Klan outfit talking about white lives matter and slavery was a choice. You also look stupid as fuck. I'm just going to keep it a fucking buck, man.
Hey, man, look, I say this consistently. The artists, we have to hold the artists to a higher standard and, like you say, keep them accountable. But it does go to just what you're saying, to the fans. It was like I talked about, I think last week or week before, when it was announced about Louis C.K. and all these different people. Look, there are people still on the internet right now, to this very day, to this very moment, still yelling "Free R. Kelly." To this very moment. And do you know who are the loudest ones saying that? Unfortunately, yep.
Go ahead and say it,
Black
because
women.
it's the same. It's the same with Chris Brown. Unfortunately, I love my cousin to death. I don't know if she watched the show. She watched when we did some of the Family Feud, so maybe she's watching. Man,
she's one of the solo myself real quick. I'm trying to adjust my camera. Go ahead. I'm here.
Oh, you're good. So essentially,
I'll change it.
No, it's all good. I got it. So essentially, like, I had a conversation where she was like, no, I just love Chris Brown. I love him. And the number of black women that I know that are like, he slapped me around. I don't care if he's still making them hits, like whatever. Like, I need that to stop, because the truth is that is how people in power remain in power, and the bullshit never stops. If we don't collectively decide that we have a line in the sand that we're not going to allow to be crossed, then nothing's ever going to rectify, because you keep allowing these fucking abusers, in whatever form they take, to get away with whatever.
Yeah, but here's the problem with the Chris Brown situation, and this one I'm gonna say it, and I hope I say it right to the point where people understand what I'm saying. It's too little, too late, and here's why. That man had that Breezy Bowl tour and sold out everywhere.
No,
that man does $1,000 meet and greets, and
people running up, jumping on him, taking the photos, kissing on. Mm-hmm.
That idea of what Chris, because again, the belief is Chris Brown and Rihanna was almost 2 decades ago, or a decade or so ago.
It's been
it's been a long time. It's been over a decade.
It's
been over a decade.
It's 26, bro. I want to say that happened in like 04, 05.
So 2 decades.
Yeah.
2 decades. So because we have Rihanna who's moved on with her life, that this is the excuses that are made. Rihanna who's moved on with her life, 3 kids with A$AP Rocky. Chris Brown has been through a bunch of other relationships prior. Why are we still focusing on this one? And that's the excuse.
And that's the thing, though. The reason why I don't, it is at any point people could change their mind. They're not going to. He's clearly gotten past all that, unless something else happens now that would be almost another catalyst to start that up again. I say all that to say that, like, it's not like the Rihanna thing was the only thing. He has been in court multiple times for slapping other women around, threatening them at gunpoint, like all sorts of shit. So it's not like it was a one and done scenario, let alone fighting niggas in clubs and pistol whipping people. Like, this has been a continuous thing. But again, I digress. What I hope that really comes one of these days, though I know that that's the thing about power and influence, is that it's powerful and it's influential, and people unfortunately keep falling for that shit, is I hope that one day people open their eyes and stop give people the opportunity to change and become better people. I will give you that. Again, I always bring up the example of Mike Vick. Did some horrible shit with the dog fighting, served his time in prison, got out, and has been the biggest animal advocate and going to the hood to make sure other black and brown kids that look like him or looked up to him do not do that shit. That is an example of someone has made an actual lasting change and deserves, like, you know, the you don't need to say the applaud, but to let him live his life and move forward, versus somebody that just, they gave you a quick little New York Times apology article and now y'all gonna go buy Bully and go to his fucking sold out shows at SoFi. Like, that's the shit that I need people to do better about, man.
Hey, man, people have to do better, and until the fans do better, things will not unfortunately change. Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tip, y'all. Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tip. You want to get some questions in, you want to support. Also, as you know, you can go ahead and hit up the Cash Apps and Venmos respectively down below. They are right there. This is a story that neither one of us really are familiar with, but it ties into some other things. So Aang, the Last Avatar, leaked online early today, and it caused a frenzy for Paramount, which I don't think anyone gives a fuck about, because it wasn't set to release for another 6 months onto its streaming service, Paramount Plus. Here's why I say no one gives a shit about, because we know about the merger that they're trying to do that's potentially going to cripple Hollywood. And if you think I'm wrong, you think I'm over-exaggerating, as of right now, there's a giant petition. But here's the deal. When it comes to Aang, that Last Avatar, go back to that real quick. Paramount had pulled it from their theatrical release schedule back in December, and it upset many of the fans of the franchise because they were looking forward to expanding the franchise on the big screen. The leakers of the film supposedly held it at ransom and told Paramount that if they didn't pay, they would leak it, and here we are. Now, here's the thing. I don't know why anybody expected Paramount to pay, because Paramount has no money. And you're like,
because they debt. They ain't got no ends.
They ain't got no ends. Okay, and people probably wonder, like, Jay, how can you say that? They just bought Warner Brothers. Well, did they actually buy it? Because they needed to get, as we talked about last week, $34 billion from Saudi Arabia just to help finish the acquisition, which hopefully does not go through. And here's why I bring that up, as I was talking about a little bit earlier. So over 2,000 creatives have signed a letter speaking out against the potential Warner Brothers Paramount merger. Paramount has responded to the letter by basically going, hey, y'all, this is good for everybody. We're not going to cut nobody's jobs. We're going to give everybody more opportunity. But it actually said, quote, it strengthens both consumer choice and competition, because the letter, which has stated that it will cut down jobs as far as both in like studio offices as well as on sets. It will limit the amount of opportunities available. It will consolidate and crush the industry a bit. Because again, no one wants this. Okay. I know people are like, what if Netflix would have bought it? No one wants this. What you do not want now, yes, there have been points in the industry's history where one studio has acquired another one. This is nothing new. We understand it, but now we're at a point where the industry itself is already is struggling, and it is trying to rebound. And now you have a juggernaut, a tech juggernaut in Skydance, which has just acquired Paramount, now acquiring Warner Brothers. Did you want Netflix to have it? Absolutely not. But again, some people had to realize, everybody's like, well, what about theatrical releases in cinemas and movies? Like, hey, man, I'd rather have that than have Saudi Arabia invested in this. What were you about to say, sir? What's got you choked up?
I was trying to pull something about the Paramount stuff, and I ended up finding out that it's trending right now that Erica Kirk dropped out of an appearance at the University of Georgia. She was supposed to be at a TP USA event with JD Vance, and she pulled out claiming security reasons. But a certain somebody who has been up her ass decided to release a tweet and call her out. The one Miss Candace Owens goes, stop. This is exhausting. You pulled out because of bad ticket sales for the same reason TP Faith had to reschedule the Pastor Summit and various other events quietly. People don't believe you and don't line up for you because you struggle to tell the truth about even the most basic facts. Where's the video of Charlie appointing you as CEO weeks before his death? The Secret Service sits above your security team. Were there actually a viable threat? The vice president would not have continued the event. Your closest threat is the shit public relations team you hired that continues to operate under the delusion that they are smarter than the public. They aren't. Sir, this feels like I'm watching Why Did I Get Married when what's the name comes to the table, starts airing.
Latasha starts reading everybody
airing it all out, bro. Just, and your ass is gay, and your ass been cheating over here, and your ass been broke for years. You ain't got no job.
You didn't catch it from her because you caught it from me. I was waiting to see if you like, ah!
Bro, the only thing I wish as I was reading that, and I thought our producer would have heard that, he would have started playing. Oh, Matt left the room. That's why. I was hoping this nigga was gonna start playing the fucking Meet the Grams music. No, the Meet the Grams music.
Oh, when you read it,
yeah.
Matt probably would go take a shit. He ain't gonna wash his hands or nothing when he come back.
Hey, I'm just saying, man, look, the mistress is out here yelling at the wife, talking about, you ain't gonna talk about my baby daddy like that. You ain't gonna ruin his legacy.
Well, it's more and more coming out about Erica's past as well. Like, it's consistently coming out. But I think, look, God damn it, even the clock is right twice a day. Candace Owens is absolutely correct. If it was such a security threat, the fucking vice president wouldn't be there.
Nigga, this is the event. This is how empty it was.
It doesn't bother me when he speaks on issues today. Frankly, even when I disagree with how he's applying
1,000-person event.
Yo, did you hear so somebody, JD Vance went and saw somebody recently who just died. And they keep saying everybody he goes around either loses or dies, right? And so it's like, hey, bro, can you stand a little close to the president? Because kind of need that to happen. All right. Going back to this Paramount thing.
Yeah, go to Paramount, but we could talk other.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna go back because I know what's coming up next right behind it. Yeah. So again, Paramount is trying to say that their merger with Warner Brothers will strengthen the industry in itself, and that is not the case. No one is believing that. But what I will say, which has been before we go to our next bit of news, which has been a small semblance of a positive uptick in the industry, is that the upfronts are happening again. If you don't know what the upfronts are, this is where studios make a bunch of pilots, a bunch of TV shows, and they present these shows to advertisers and all these places to buy these shows to get them on air. And the fact that this is happening again lets us know that oh shit, they want to start making shows again, which means they're going to need more talent. There's going to be more jobs available, this, that, and the third. Now, does that apply directly to Los Angeles, not Hollywood, just Los Angeles? For the most part, yes, a lot of permits have been approved for a lot of production, but there are also productions happening other places. Now, unfortunately, there is a downward slope with all of this that we're going to talk about, and it's news that just dropped today. Winston, take it away.
Well, obviously we had heard that there is going to be a new CEO for Disney, and he is in, and already there has been over 1,000 employees laid off in a bunch of different venues. So you actually have people as part of the visual department being talked about here from a Forbes. I'm trying to get the Forbes article up. Just give me a second, y'all. But there's apparently only a skeleton crew that remains in place to coordinate hiring on a per project basis. You have the entire home entertainment team being let go. So that's people in charge of physical media like DVDs and Blu-rays, as that is no longer a major focus. It is.
I know there are people who are going to say something about that, who are going, because I know there are people who are still adamant about owning physical media. There are people who are adamant about owning the steelbook collections and things like that. But I think you have to understand, unfortunately, this is where the business part comes in. Because people have switched to streaming and digital, it is actually more feasible for them not to create that. It sucks, but
to that point, that was a choice that they have been like aiming towards anyway. Like, this isn't just a Disney thing. This is all of them have been pushing their streamers for that exact reason, because it is cheaper to not make that physical media. But again, as we know, as part of the problem, the reason why a lot of people are like, no, I want to own it, is from the standpoint of literally some of your favorite things and stuff like that. They decide when and if you get to watch those ever again. Like the number of like properties that are locked away in the Disney vault, or that a studio has just decided this movie doesn't exist anymore. Like, we only got like, understandable why I know Kevin Smith for the longest time didn't want Dogma out there because he didn't want Weinstein to get any more money and things like that. But now it got re-released because the rights revert. What Matt? What? Yeah, you can't Matt. You got it. Time out. Matt, you can't just be waving like that when we're telling the stories, bros. It throws us off. You gotta go the other way.
Attention because he had it wrong.
I understand that, Matt, but you gotta do it the right way, dog. Go ahead.
Kevin Smith didn't own the rights to Dogma. It's not that he didn't want Weinstein to give it, or didn't want Weinstein to put it out. Weinstein wouldn't release it at all. So it was just shots at him, at Kevin Smith himself, not. See, I was under the impression that specifically he didn't want Weinstein to make any more money out of this movie.
First of all, hey, can I ask both of y'all this question so somebody can answer this for me real quick? Matt, you can answer them. I can see Dogma now. Where? I've been wanting to see Dogma.
It's everywhere. They re-released it. You can buy it on 4K. They re-released it and everything. They did it anniversary.
Yeah, the back in December it came out roughly.
Oh, nigga.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time, man.
Bro, the scene that, to me, the movie that had the scene that was the inspiration for the murder scene in Shazam. The boardroom scene. Is you're like, you know what you're saying, but you didn't say God bless you what I seen. You're like, oh!
Oh man, but yeah, no. The point is, what I was getting at is the idea that you can, at any point in time on streamers, they could just decide you're never watching this thing again.
So Disney hasn't been handling their physical media, their home entertainment for over 2 years. Supposedly Sony's been handling.
I didn't even realize that, but they let all these folks go, man. I couldn't fully get the article. The Wrap's got some here. So Disney layoffs impacting 1,000 employees got underway on Tuesday, affecting entire divisions of publicity, Marvel, and some noted lieutenants of Asad Ayaz, the company's chief marketing and brand officer. Yes, excuse me. Among those let go are 20 people from the company's publicity departments, as well as the entire home media entertainment team, led by Executive Director of Global Publicity and Marketing Communications, Chris Bess. Also gone is the EPK team, including Director of Creative Content, Natalie Clunis. Damn, dude, because I use the EPK stuff for like all the media marketing stuff whenever we're doing reviews and shit. You know about that, right?
It's how you get all like the asset. Like there's one for
all the assets and shit. Yeah.
That's how you get like all of the posters. You don't have to go try. You have the trailers right there for download and everything else. Yeah.
So it's pretty bad, man. They go into further detail about everybody that's there, but yes, it has been a 1,000+ jobs are gone at this particular point.
Again, it's unfortunate. You know, you don't want to see anybody lose their job anywhere in any form. And this is even without talking acquisitions. You know, when you have new CEOs and everything come in, they're looking at dollars and cents, and they're like, well, where do we? It's unfortunate because it's always when they're looking at the numbers, it's like, well, what can we get rid of that we won't miss? Unfortunately, you know, it sounds wild to say it that way, but it's like, how many? What's our numbers on physical media sales, right? And if they're looking at those numbers in comparison to streaming numbers and streaming buys, then guess which one is probably, if streaming buys are higher, then they're like, we can chop this. But to get rid of the visual effects department for a lot from Marvel Studios, and that's crazy because what that tells me is that we're supposed to be going into this point where Secret Wars is about to film soon, then X-Men, whenever, and each of these projects, just those two alone, are going to require a lot of visual effects.
So, I mean, but the fact that the game plan is we'll just hire it project by project basis is kind of crazy, because that also then means you don't have any consistency across the board. You're kind of just going with whatever.
Well, or no, not necessarily. You could have a company that you're like, hey, you're going to do it this project, and then they do it, and you're like, all right, well, we're retaining you for this next project. I mean, I get what you're saying. You don't have it in house, but you can have an outward one that they could be going to, you know. Hopefully this will stop them from doing the live action versions of their animated movies, though, because no one wants them at all.
Nobody wants that rock wig, bro.
It's gonna make $1 billion, right?
I don't think it will. I don't think
you don't think Moana hit the $1 billion?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hey, Matt, can you check? And because I wanted, before I say it, can you give me the numbers of what Lilo and Stitch did?
Lilo crossed $1 billion, but nobody was looking at that saying this looks bad or who asked for this.
People kept saying who asked for this. People were saying
not the way that Moana is, where they go, this feels like an ego trip because The Rock wanted to play Maui
in live action. Yes, I agree. I agree with that. But it's just overall, because after Lion King, really, a lot of people were like, nah, son. Lions ain't supposed to smile, fam. It was a lot after Lion King. It was like, hey, bro, these lions are smiling and they look weird as shit. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man. It did
1.3 billion. It did 423 domestic. So for over 500 million internationally. Okay. But again, the problem is, this is going to sound like a wild problem. When you have a property that once it does $1 billion, you've opened the door to saying people want more, no matter what. Remember, it's how we got all them fucking Venom movies. There's in no world.
Lord.
But you get what I'm saying? There's no reason. Oh my God. It only had it had a 90. Wait. I was like, nigga, I had to
No. There's no movie has ever had a $90 billion budget. That's hilarious. It's all right, man. I know, Matt. We know you're doing a lot right now. You're dealing with a lot.
I'm glad you're just like, no. So, but that's not to do 1.3 billion on a $90 million budget. That automatically is going to say people want to see this more and more. And granted, there are going to be people, critics, pundits, the average person who may say, oh, this movie looks bad or blah, 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 who wants it. But if these return numbers say otherwise, then that's what you get.
I got to say, man, these last two stories real quick before we move on, both dealing with the industry here. The first one makes me laugh because somebody kept insisting it's not going to be this, but Miss Arjona is actually going to be in Mana tomorrow, and she's playing Maxima, according to Variety.
Hey, man. I'll be one to say admit it while you talking, bro. I thought she was Wonder Woman for sure.
No, I know. And there's a certain somebody that was out here saying it is fact. It is fact that she is Wonder Woman, and she now, in fact, is not. So, hey.
You ain't shit. So,
hey. All right.
Hey.
Yo.
But here's the thing, though. So I saw someone on social media talking about this and was like, oh man, who is Maxima? This, that, and the third. Why would we do a lesser known character? And I had to respond, I'm like, clearly you have not been following what James Gunn does with comic book movies. He takes the most obscure, lesser known characters and brings them to life.
But it's not only that. I think the part that a lot of people either are forgetting or they just don't know. We know that the villain of Man of Tomorrow is supposed to be Brainiac. Brainiac has a very intense storyline with Maximo, essentially manipulating her in order to get at Superman. So it actually makes a lot of sense that Maximo would potentially be in this movie since Brainiac is the focus.
So according to a couple, Xenom Hour 5364 and Seattle KO are both saying in the comments that Hollywood Reporter is reporting she might not be Maximo at all. But I think that's probably just going off of this could be something to swerve us. But like you just said, if Maxima actually has a direct correlation with the story in regards to where he's going, then it would make sense. But also, here's the problem. I really don't want anybody. If you got Superman, right? Cool. We're there. As long you can drag out as long as you can before you give me any semblance, any type of inkling that you won't even touch a Justice League. Drag it out as much as you can. Give me the rest of the DC universe before you bring in her, because we don't even know what the deal is with Brave and Bold yet, right? And I don't want to hear. I would rather just let everything else play. Let him build this out, because this Gods and Monsters chapter 1, which we're still in, is building out with a lot of obscure characters in a lot of different ways. So,
that's all pretty interesting. And Fantastic, who has chosen violence and sends in the remaining $45 for us to take a shot. Thank you so much, Fantastic. He says, one of my favorite movie lines comes from Any Which Way You Can, and it goes, war is war, but business is business. I have a 3D TV and a Blu-ray player, and it sucks for me that media has moved on. Sometimes business sucks.
Real quick.
You ain't never lied, man.
He said, sometimes I want a nerd, then I hear this. Like the conversation we just had about Maxima and everything else. It'd be like, then I hear this. Okay.
Nah, but then when he turns around and flips you like Captain America and drills it in like Black Panther, you want a nerd again. Don't stop that. Stop that.
I'm gonna go grab my cup. I didn't know I'm gonna go grab my cup.
Hey man, when all of a sudden he's doing Power Ranger morph moves in order to dive into that pussy. Like,
what the fuck is going on?
You need to leave.
Hey man.
Hey, can you hold it down for like 47 seconds?
Yeah, that's fine. I got it.
I'm drinking all this water. They're trying to clean out my kidneys.
Hey, no, it's all good. Well, I will. Jay can take his shot when he gets back. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Kind of need this, man. But nah, look, there's a reason why they say all the time, like with funny people and with nerds, like girls will be like, man, all I was doing was out here listening about Magic the Gathering. The next thing I know, I was butt ass naked and truly satisfied. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Goddamn. But yeah, no, that was delicious. The other main story that was kind of coming out as far as comic news right now, Mike Coulter has been posting photos of the Defenders together again on the set of Born Again. So yeah, man, I am very much looking forward to this episode tonight. I saw that on Comic Book News, there was something. It said spoiler. I didn't see what it said specifically, but it said the return of a character. So I'm assuming that Jessica Jones is probably
the Jessica Jones one because it's been the one that you remember. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Hey, I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait.
This nigga's an alcoholic. This nigga got problems. I ain't want to wait.
And on top of that, yeah, that Ninja Turtle set of Magic the Gathering was fire. I had a lot of fun with that, man. It's been super cool. But streamlabs.com/blerds-in-the-hood/tip. Streamlabs.com/blerds-in-the-hood/tip. Thank you again to everybody that's donated so far, and especially Fredtastic, who has been going ham today. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
I want to say something in regards to that Mike Coulter picture. First of all, Mike, just take me out. Okay, cool. It's like we don't want to hear what you got to say. You know, it leaked a while back that all of them were going to be back, right? Because they were all on set together. It leaked. And I remember when I talked to Mike was like, man, I don't want to do this no more. For the same reason that Hugh Jackman didn't want to do Wolverine and Chris Hemsworth didn't want to do Thor. The workout schedules. To keep that
I heard about that with Mike too.
They all were like, it's a fun thing, but it's like you don't understand the workout. And I know people are always going to say, well, if you're getting paid this crazy money, blah, 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 blah. But it's like your whole life has to change. Hugh Jackman kept saying, I got tired of eating steamed chicken and broccoli every single day for like 4 months. But again, for them to come back, it means they backed the truck up to get him back.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to also say this real quick. I saw Zenoa post this. If she's Maxima, then Superman got to choose between Rachel Brosnahan and Ardrina. How do you say her first name? Ardrina? Matt, you didn't say anything.
Adria Arjona.
Adria. Okay. Between Rachel Brosnahan and Adria Arjona, my goodness, maybe Clark considers that harem idea. I mean, sure. And Rachel Brosnahan is very attractive, but I'm going to keep it a bug. It's
I'm going with Adria all day.
All day.
Listen. My name ain't Matt Thomas. I'm not going basic.
Sir, I would be picking Arjona all day. Shut the fuck up.
We've seen your past.
That is not the answer that I thought I would hear.
You're like, I am impressed.
I honestly did not think that was going on, man. But yeah, so all that being said, that's pretty much everything on the that side, on the entertainment side. So we got to talk some sports, man. The WNBA draft happened last night, and the number one draft pick to the Dallas Wings was AZ Fudd from UConn. She follows behind her girlfriend, Paige Buckers, who was also the number one pick and also played at UConn last year.
Hey, real quick, fuck it. I gotta ask. Do you think that celebratory sex was incredible? Because not only do you see each other coming home, y'all are now playing.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Fuck this bullshit.
Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. What is your dumb ass say it?
I will say that the sex was good for this reason. And it's not because, now we finally get to play together. Because remember, dude, they met at UConn. They got together.
Instead of having to play, I'm talking about instead of like, they knew they both were going to the league, right? And
whether or not they're going to play against each other. No. So I was actually going to ask you a question. I actually wanted to ask you a question about this because I heard this on another show. And I was like, that's actually
the fuck out of this.
No. There was a good debate to be had here. And I want to know your thoughts. Okay. But I think the sex was good because not only did, hey baby, you also went number one, damn, but on top of that, she got the first rookie contract in the new CBA.
She got the record.
So she made her contract is worth over $2 million, potentially upwards of 2.3, and they maybe even higher if they pick up the fifth-year option. So there's that.
They probably went to the bank and was like, got a stack of like ones and fucked on the bed $1.
No, I know it's $500K this season, but the contract itself is worth 2.1 because it's a 4-year contract with the option of a fifth. So that's why I said that. So that's the first thing. Though Paige has got money. Paige is in so many fucking commercials and everything else. Paige got money. But here's my question. Jay, are you about that life of the idea of playing on the same team as your significant other? Because the one thing that comes to mind for me is this idea of what happens if, like, because this was said in this other show, they go, well, what happens if like one of them had like promised to like, get the, go get the registration done on the cars, and you didn't take care of that shit, and now I don't want to fucking pass you the motherfucking ball. Like I don't want to pass you the ball.
Hey, are you on the court?
I asked your ass to handle that, and you didn't do it.
So you point guard on the court, right? So let's say this is an intergender team. You point guard on the court, and your girl open, and you like want to yell at me about some fucking dishes, huh, bitch? Look,
bro, you could go to the Olympics. You could go to the Olympics. Remember curling? It was mixed curling. So it was like, sweep that shit. I'm sweeping. You never sweep at home, motherfucker. You don't sweep at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you be okay? Because it doesn't have to do that. Let's take it into our own industry. Let's not even say from an acting standpoint, because that happens a lot, and that also gets messy. But let's say, for example, you write a show, and your significant other and you are the co-showrunners. So now you're having that fight. You were supposed to pick the kids up. You're supposed to pick the kids up from fucking daycare. And you didn't do that shit.
This is how I personally would handle this. The home problems, home lives that would potentially happen. Again, picking kids up, dinner shit. We're co-showrunners. We both know stop fucking laughing.
Because the reason why is because there have been a number of different like husband-wife pairs of showrunners before, and either from the outside looking in where like we have heard rumors, or people that I know that have been on staffs and been like, yeah, they were out here fighting.
You know what's crazy? Without saying the names, we both know exactly who the fuck we're both talking about with this situation. Hey, that's what's the craziest part for me. Because when he sold us, and we're like, well,
I didn't say shit. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I made up shit in my head.
That's what I think when it comes to what you would probably do is you would have to both have a sit down of allocating duties. And that comes to not just home, but with the job. Because you both, this is a story you both are brought together. So if it's like, hey, we're on set shooting this is what we're shooting. Do you have any ideas for that? This, or do you have any ideas for that? So this way, nothing really conflicts with one another. And then you got to be like, hey, so you know that nigga that you got in this scene, don't have this nigga take his shirt off and oil up. Why? Because that nigga rub his nipples too much when he around you. And then
Where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
I cannot wait till I get to that scene. I told you I started Snowfall, right?
Yes, you have.
And I finished season 1 in a day. So like I've
the ascension of Franklin Saint from little innocent kid to
bro. First of all, the fact that none of y'all responded to me when I said the 3rd episode, what the fuck? Like Matt hasn't seen it.
Oh, nigga, you ain't seen shit yet.
You did not, but bro, for the 3rd episode, yo, he not killing him in there, bro. He wearing him out. Like I was like, oh shit, Pulp Fiction. Like,
yep. In the 3rd episode. But again, I think going back going back to the original point, if my spouse and I co-run a show, like I would love, I think this would have to be a discussion after season 1 of the show. Here's why. Because when you create a show with your significant other, your partner, that first thing you get off the ground together, y'all are both excited, right? Y'all are both like, hell yeah, let's go. Now you all have had, because you all had this creative vision together. This is what you all came up with together. You broke the show. For those who don't know what the industry term broke the show is, let's say you have 8 episodes. You figured out what everything is going to happen in each single episode together along with your writers, right? You figured that out. Now, as you watch that progression go, let's say your studio's like, yo, we got a season 2. Now you all start having individual thoughts on what you want the 2nd season to go into. Now you all are looking, one person's looking at it this way, another person's looking at it that way. So now you got to have this real honest discussion of where do we want to meet in the middle to move forward? Because if you don't have that, then you got issues.
Well, okay, so I get that. I didn't even mean to get into the nitty gritty of that, but I just meant the idea of.
Oh, I was just trying to be serious for once. I was I could have kept being funny.
We could still be serious, but the idea because it spawned initially with this because like the W. It's one of the things that I do love about the W, other than I truly enjoy the game and I enjoy the players and the personalities. These relationships do be making interesting ass storylines. So you had one of the times where I can't remember which player it was, but her ex was on another team. And at one point, the teams started fighting and they're throwing hands and someone swung on the ex and she started fighting her own teammates to defend the ex, bro. Like the shit be wild. They'd be like literally like, I'm gonna fuck you, bitch. Hey, don't you touch her, bitch. Like it was insane.
First of all, look, I got to put myself in the mindset of somebody of a same-sex relationship that I see my ex, who I might still have feelings for, on the team, and one of my teammates swing, and I'm like, I still love him. Now you got to go in the locker room at halftime. They like, why you hit me? Why you hit me? That's crazy.
But it's one of the things. But that's the thing that's just so to me that I guess is interesting.
Give us more gay players in the NBA because I want to start seeing,
bro, like niggas actually like out here defending. Like you ain't gonna touch him like that.
You're not gonna foul my man like that. You like ah. Bitch, how you gonna charge? You like what? Love can be a messy business.
But the other thing to note about the draft, and then we'll move on to the next story.
I could. Hey.
Oh my god! Not even that, bro. You notice all of a sudden your teammate is like out there when they doing box outs. Maybe she could like box her out a little too rough, or like grab her ass just a little bit. All of a sudden you throw the
box out.
Bro, you throw the pass, you throw it right at her head, you hit her upside the head, be like, oops, my bad pass. Like, it's just
sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. Like, can you imagine again? Now I want gay relationships in the NBA because I want to see the posterization that happens.
Oh, I want to see that in the NFL.
Oh, I just want to see a nigga get ducked over and the other nigga is at the bottom legit like this. Thank you.
Dude, fuck you. All right, look, last thing about the WNBA draft. The UCLA. I can't with you. The UCLA Bruins has set a draft record by having 6 players taken in the draft and 5 of them in the first round alone. As a matter of fact, 3 of them went back to back, bro. It was absolutely insane. So that championship team pretty much all got drafted, bro, which is kind of nuts. But the other major news story that we have to get to in sports, man, Diana Rossini has officially resigned from The Athletic after the Vrabel scandal, saying that the photos were taken out of context. Did you bring up the whole note by chance, Matt, her statement? Okay, I'll pull it real quick, but this was after reports came out that The Atlantic was going to do an investigation further into the matter and was asking for information to prove that other reporters and coaches were there to claim Mike Vrabel is also declining to speak to the media at the NFL draft, which is its own level of stuff, man. But let me say this, man. This is why, like, because on the one hand, some people are like, oh, people have been doing stuff like this all the time. Like, if they're doing their thing, that's the private. The reason why this is actually a problem, Diana Rossini is one of the people that votes on Coach of the Year, MVP, all of those awards that for most of those players end up with $1 million bonuses, end up with people's contracts getting out. So literally you're talking about a scenario, if she actually has some sort of side relationship with Vrabel, that means she's compromised and you're actually fucking that vote over because Matt Stafford literally won the year.
But do you think that'd be the case? I mean, I think that's the assumption.
Vrabel won Coach of the Year, did he not?
Okay, you know what? You're right.
But Drake May was Matt's gonna double check. I could be wrong about that, but
Drake May won Coach of the Year, but he would have won Coach of the Year regardless. Let's be honest,
not necessarily true. The fact that the Panthers were able to pull off what they did and other thing like
Vrabel is with New England, right? Yeah, Vrabel would have got it. Yeah, Vrabel would have got it regardless.
A 3-win team to stop.
Yeah, Vrabel would have got it regardless.
I understand that, but so did.
I'm gonna check the voting numbers because those.
Go check it. But then the other thing that was a part of that as well. Vrabel's quarterback, Drake May, who was very much in the conversation, was one vote away from the MVP as well. So again, if you have a relationship but you're on the voting board, that's a time to abstain in that sort of shit. That's part of why the investigation was underway and people were like, "This kind of fuck."
I think. So the problem is looking at it, and I was talking to a couple of my homies who work in sports media right now. They work currently in sports media. It's the looking at it because again, her relationship is no different than what some of the male sports writers have done with office execs that we don't see. Granted, yes, Vrabel is a head coach. Vrabel is a head, not like that. You
fully prepared to suck his dick.
Real quick, Vrabel won Coach of the Year, and essentially a landslide. He won at 302 points compared to the second place person or second place coach in Liam Cohen having 239.
Okay, so again, that's not compromise.
Yeah. That's not. But again. So I'm looking at the MVP voting. Drake May being the quarterback of Mike Vrabel lost by one. It was 366 for Matt Stafford, 361 for Drake May, 24 first place votes for Matt Stafford, 23 for Drake May.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to read those numbers again because I want to repeat your fucking statement. What did Matt Stafford have?
So the way that the votes
what did Matt Stafford have? What was the number?
366, 24 first place votes.
What did Drake May have?
361 points, 23 first place votes. You literally swap one first place vote, and that's a wrap. Perfect. That's literally a wrap because of that. So that's what I'm saying is that again.
Look at what he did this season. There's a reason like this. This is not something that you could say in this instance. This is a bad.
It's a bad. But
you need to. But hold on. Hold on, because I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that she by herself could have swayed the entire thing, but when it comes down to one vote, for example, when it's that fucking close, that's why.
It's deservedly that close. It's deservedly that close, and I agree with Jay. That's unfair to say she.
It's unfair to her. Yeah, like this year.
But if this is true about her having a relationship with him, no, it's not. Because now you've compromised your integrity because you like literally
again. There are reporters that fuck female staff members in these different team offices.
And you act like there haven't been reports about her
too.
You act like there haven't been rumors and reports about her from other
situations
for years. So stop.
I'm not saying that there haven't been, but now
Matt on this heavily. I agree with Matt heavily, bro. This is not the first. It's weird that it's Vrabel because, again, it's been one of those things you're like, hey, first of all, Diana Rossini.
Like, bring up the clip show you sent us.
First of all, for the most part, play the clip because
because she that's the thing.
See for the streets.
She is for the streets, bro. And the way I think the thing that bothers me is what okay, before I do that, I gotta give Twitter some credit here, bro. This might be the tweet of the week by far. Someone said, name this show. That's Diana Rossini, Shannon Sharp, Joy Taylor, and Emmanuel Acho. Someone said around the horny. Around the horny, bro.
Hey, let me tell you something. The level of sex smelling that was in the air.
Ew. Ew.
Just don't you walk in that studio, it smelled like Badussi and perfume and cologne. You
Jesus Christ.
It just smelled like nothing but pheromones that moment.
All right, here you go. Here's this mixtape I sent y'all of essentially Diana Rossini just shitting on her husband.
Let it play itself out.
I did things in Miami I haven't even told my husband because it's just I had that much fun. It was not like that, but like I knew he would judge the kind of partying I was doing. I don't know what got into me. I just remember being down there acting like it was my last day on earth.
I asked her, why did you take up the saxophone? To which she responded, because it sounded like sex. To which I responded, we are so different.
I think when men propose, that's their wedding day. Like, that's when you guys are all in. It's not really all in for us yet. I think for women, the actual wedding day is the moment. So, I mean, Kev was all down for it. I was the one that was very skeptical. I was like, oh, I don't know. So the night before my wedding, I'm making calls, and I had a phone interview set up with Jimmy Garoppolo. And I remember Jimmy was great. He made like a funny joke, like, hey, it's night before your wedding. You sure you want to do this? And I'm thinking, like, of all the people in my life that I'm going to talk to the night before my wedding, the one guy my dad wanted me to, or my mom wanted me to marry, was Jimmy Garoppolo. And he's calling me. Like, this is a sign.
Diana, what's up? How are you?
What's up, guys? I told your producer that I want to be introduced now. I don't want to be insider. I don't want to be Scoop City podcast host. I just want to be MILF. Just straight up MILF. That's what I'm going for.
What the hell?
You know who lets me know my marriage is falling apart? My mom. So that's good.
Oh, does she?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm starting to think he's got a girlfriend. And you know what? Good for him.
What?
He looks good. He's successful. His wife's never around. You love this football thing. That's why he looks good. And we're getting divorced at the end of the year.
Right. Stop. Breaking news. Don't say that.
Hard. We've never been more disconnected in our lives. Our text messages look like two robots. Hello.
Just go through the motions.
Is he
Safe?
getting?
Yes.
Is he getting
Boys
Eagles
alive?
insider in the divorce?
Love you. Any of that? Love you. Love you too.
No, not even an emoji.
Hey, this is clearly a woman who was like, hey, I will stay married to you. Let's just open this up.
You know that he is incredibly fucking successful, right?
Which means
he's a good-looking dude, and he is incredibly fucking successful. And she's out here thirsty.
We paused out the wrong time. Winston.
I know. Do you let it finish? Let it finish, Jay. Let it finish.
Cini said this.
And I think we all do weird things when we're in love, and we overshare and overpost. And look, he's getting married to a beautiful actress. I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about him. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
Now, this doesn't seem nice. We have put together photos of Diana's husband here for everyone to see so you can make some amends on their side.
Dude!
We're average together. And you know what the worst part is? He sent me a text during that segment, not watching because he actually works for a living. And he said, good luck today, be great on Get Up. So the guy's got a heart of gold, and here I am on national TV killing him. Look, we're average together, but he makes me above average because he married me. So I am so sorry to really stop killing my husband on television. I'm going to be divorced by Christmas.
Here is the thing. I'm going to say this, and I don't give a fuck how no one takes it. She is no different than a horny-ass dude we see in broadcasting. It is just as she is a woman. She is literally no different than these horny-ass male broadcasters. Everybody just thinks because she's a woman, she's supposed to be so quote-unquote reserved. She's just open with who the fuck she is. She likes penis. A variety of it.
But dude, so Kevin Goldschmidt, this motherfucker is an executive for Shake Shack, bro. Like,
he be hitting with that Shack sauce. Oh, take this,
bro. He worked at Shake Shack since 2019 and was promoted to vice president of Total Rewards and HR technology in February of 2025. Prior to that, he was an executive in compensation analysis at companies such as Aramark and Amerisource. What is it?
Aramark,
okay. And Amerisource Bergen in Philadelphia. Bro, like this ain't no scrub. This man is like legit, like out here working, bro. And she thirsted over hanging with Jimmy Garoppolo.
But it doesn't matter. She can see. Here's the problem, and this this show is called Blerds in the Hood. Let me give y'all some street shit real quick. Motherfuckers typically would like to think because whoever their spouse is, if they're successful, that'd be man or woman, all in between. That means somebody is just gonna be comfortable and complacent. That is not the case. Yeah, dude can love her dirty draws, but the fact she likes dick and a variety of she like dick like a variety pack of Starburst, and she makes no qualms about it. And okay, cool. Everybody like she don't deserve. Nah, they probably deserve. They're happy together, but she just gonna fuck around. And again, women hit their sexual peak later in life. that's sexual prime where they're just like, I want to go.
It's about mid-30s is what they say. It's like,
and so she's pretty much at that point where she's like, I want to go and do this. Now, is her husband probably gonna be like, baby, don't do that. You should just stay with the kids.
But for me, man, here's the thing. Even if you have an open relationship, unless we find out that they out here and he has a humiliation king, you just gonna talk shit about me and who you fucking constantly on TV.
You can't humiliate me. I'm rich as
nigga calling you average, talking about how you for the
I'm
street.
average, but can pull the most above average chicks ever. It don't matter. It don't matter. Here's the thing. I get what you're saying, but look, if I know for a fact, and I know there's a lot of dudes out here that are basic to average, but they got bank. They know what they possess in a bank account will overshadow everything about their physical looks. Let's just keep it a buck. Right? And so because of that, they are able to pull some of the most. Let me tell you this. I say this all the goddamn time. I'm not the finest or cutest nigga in the world. I'm pretty goddamn good, but guess what? I'm fucking hilarious. So I can pull some of the baddest chicks ever. I don't give a fuck. You can say this thick ass nigga, old dark skinned nigga, the nigga that has the burn, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Guess what? I can make a bad bitch laugh.
Bro.
She's a living body to me, the girl with the hot dogs hit her in the face. Here's the deal. Legitimately, if I could call up and be like, hey, what's your thought on funny niggas that make you chuckle? Like, and I can have this conversation, you will see me get there. Hey, y'all, welcome to NFL Nation. It's me. This is again. What
I mean, look.
What are we talking about here, sir?
Look. On this Titty Tuesday, all right? I get it, Mike Vrabel. I get it, bro. But like, also, come on, man. But anyway, man, let's get to that. I see you added one more story, like another sports story.
Just something because I normally don't
do it.
I want to talk about it more often. So this weekend, like not only this week for me is Moontown, but this week is WrestleMania week, man. WrestleMania 42 is going down in Vegas. They are returning to Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. They were there last year and decided to run it back, which a lot of people think it was bogus because I agree. They took WrestleMania away from New Orleans. They rightfully should have had it. And here's how karma works. They took WrestleMania away from New Orleans, and they are struggling to sell out WrestleMania.
Damn.
They are struggling. Both nights, as of right now, Allegiant Stadium holds 80,000 seats. As last count, and Matt, you could check to make sure I'm right or wrong, please. I heard that there were only at least 40,000 tickets sold for both a piece, for both shows.
It'll be like on this Titty Tuesday. So it's at this what?
On this Titty Tuesday.
This Titty Taco Tuesday.
So Jay,
yes, sir.
USA Today reported that night 1 has 42,000 seats sold, and night 2 has 43,000 seats sold.
Out of 80,000 seats, nigga.
That's crazy. But again, this is look to all you MAGA folk that like because MAGA be loving their combat sports like all
this
of them.
Is primarily this is the fault. I'm glad you went there. This is the fault of TKO. The acquisition of TKO.
I get that too, but didn't things also then because of the war things went up? Because you got to think about a couple other things. You got to fly into fucking Vegas. Or drive. Both of those are expensive.
Yes.
Anytime anything like that on transportation goes up in price, the surrounding shit does too. So,
no, bro, you don't understand. The tickets for out the gate for WrestleMania, the tickets out the gate because of TKO have been astro-fucking-nomical. One of the things for all of his flaws that Vince McMahon always wanted to do, one of the things that Vince McMahon always said he wanted to do about the product, regardless how people may feel about the product or whatever it was through its iterations, he wanted to make it where the average family could afford to go see the shows. Even if you sat all the way to fuck up in the nosebleeds, you could afford to go to the shows. Well, TKO was like, well, if people really want to come see it, they're going to pay for it. That has not been the case. On top of everything else, you are absolutely correct. Flying into Vegas, staying in Vegas, all of that is expensive. And now the tickets. And so then they the stories. I've talked about this in numerous posts, social media, and different things. People are upset about the card. Now, the inclusion of Pat McAfee is the direct result of Ari Emanuel putting his nose in business and put Pat McAfee in it. People are buying tickets to see Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's mama's not buying tickets to see Pat McAfee. Okay, just so you know.
God damn, bro.
Fucking truth.
Well,
But-
I want to, but no. Go finish your thought.
So now you're at a position where the biggest show of the year, you're the granddaddy of them all, as it's called. The biggest show of the year that it was so big that you've expanded to 2 nights because you were building up so much talent and everything else that you needed a 2-night event because motherfuckers got tired of being at an 8-hour WrestleMania. You now are risking having half a fucking stadium filled. And so what you're going to have to do is either because here's the problem. People have paid direct market price for a lot of these tickets when they first drop. So now you're going to, and I know what they're going to do because of production. You're going to shift people's seats. You're going to move people around. You're going to cut off half the stages because now you don't want to look bad on social media, which is going to happen regardless. Or you do the worst thing you could possibly do. You want to know what that is? You paper the stadium.
Meaning...
For those who don't know what paper the stadium means, you give away tickets.
Oh boy. That would be bad. I mean, yeah, you have to because you can't have an empty looking WrestleMania. That would be horrible for the fucking brand. You can't have that.
Horrible. And then here's the problem. This may be, it's not official yet. This may be the last US-based WrestleMania for at least the next 2 to 3 years because next year is already set. It's in Saudi Arabia. Then London is supposed to get one, as well as Paris.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
God and on top of it, so even with all of this craziness, right? Even with them being like, hey, people can't afford tickets and all this shit, and people can't afford tickets, and we're gonna have a half sold out thing. They are launching a paid member club right now. They literally just announced last night that they are opening up Club WWE, which is its ultimate insider membership program. It's quote designed to bring fans closer to the WWE than ever before through exclusive access, rewards, and experiences. The annual membership fee for what the company has called its gold tier has not been revealed. It is accepting signups on what it may or may not be calling a wait list. They said the gold members will get 24-hour ticket pre-sales to all WWE events and quote-unquote tailored perks at superstar meet and greets, hospitality opportunities, and the opportunity to strut their stuff on the entrance ramp ahead of an event. They can shop early at members-only WWE shop, featuring exclusive collections and early access to merchandise drops. And there will be a members-only community forum, plus a reward system to earn credits towards digital and physical goods. Y'all, we're at this. This is TKO. This is TKO at its finest. Jesus this is Christ. Why I've always had a love for the WWE, and I always say this. I speak, I will try to pump up the show a lot of times because of my friends that work there. I will always support my friends having a job. A bunch of the homies are going to be performing this weekend. Salute to them. But goddamn it, your company fucking up. Your parent company is fucking up.
Damn.
So yeah. Streamlabs.com/Blerds/tip. What were you about to say, my brother?
No, I was do exactly that. Streamlabs.com/Blerds/tip if you want to get a question and support the show. There were a couple of comments that came in through the course of the show that I wanted to really quickly address. The first one, Jay sounded like he's about to call up Diana Rossini right now.
Excuse me for a second, real quick. I'm gonna take this phone call.
Then some of the Philosopher King.
Hey, you said you watching the show? Word.
All right, well, let me give you my MVP, girl. Come on, you can be coach of the year.
Hey,
Stop it, nigga.
Come to every comedy show I'm doing at a bar, wherever, baby.
Philosopher King, it's unethical as a journalist, and I'm surprised Matt did not take this stance himself. It's unethical as a journalist to be covering somebody and banging them.
I mean, that goes without saying, but I was just saying, at the end of the day, you were assuming some shit that shouldn't have been assumed.
I'm saying no, but it makes sense why it was being investigated because of the fact that she is a part of the voting body.
And I agreed to that because notice the screenshot I said in the group chat was crazy how we're going to investigate more into this than the fucking pedophile in the White House.
Well, that's
that's without saying, bro.
That's without saying, and that's also because he actively has the power to change the news cycle and does it on a regular basis to try and hide his tracks. But that's beside the point. And the last one I saw was at the very beginning of the show. Someone said, Doug Winston's reaction to Rambo First Blood. Yes, the movie seemed to be representing what Black people are going through. I appreciate that. I clocked that pretty quickly of Rambo shows up in town. My nigga just trying to see his friend who passed and then wants to get a burger, and the cops just start harassing this motherfucker and then start hunting him like crazy. And I was like, man, this is like Rebel Ridge. Like, I understand that Rebel Ridge clearly got this from First Blood. But what was wild is there was a few comments on that reaction that were talking about, oh, you just never see Rambo, but you want to act like you in the industry. You ain't. I was like, nigga, I bet I could name 20 movies your ass ain't never seen before in your life. And also, I work in this motherfucking industry, so you ain't gonna tell me shit, bitch. Just because I didn't see Rambo. Like,
I had somebody come on. I did one of the reactions. I think this is a while ago. Somebody was like, he act like he know comic books and stuff. He just be saying anything. I was like,
Jay.
Matt is calling Diana Rossini as well. Hurry up, Jay. Yeah, let me hurry up. Here's why I win. Here's why I win over Matt. Easy. She'd be like, do you know Matt Thomas? I'm like, hey, let me tell you something. That man in Cleveland, you don't want that.
Hey, real quick to George, who said this is a double standard. There's no proof, and why is Vrabel also getting grief? Let me put it to you this way. I have said the same thing. Vrabel should also get all the grief. The fact that he is not going to go to the media day for the NFL draft speaks volumes. Like, that's
because you can't control the question.
But even that, you can literally go next question. I'll answer that in a different. Like, he can do it. There's a lot of shit that can be called out for all of that.
I agree.
That like, nobody's saying that Vrabel doesn't also need to be grilled like fucking crazy. He absolutely should.
But it goes back to what I said earlier. It's unfortunate because the way this whole story, everything is playing out, it is more negative against her than it is him, not only Vrabel, but any of her male counterparts. It's such a double standard.
Well, but that I agree with, that we need to be doing that even more. We need to be calling out like all the dudes that do the same shit as well. Like, bro, I don't disagree with that. There are dudes
in comedy, bro, that are fucking old lady bookers to keep spots in clubs. All this shit happens. There are women in comedy who fuck dude bookers. There are guys who fuck old lady casting directors. There are women, unfortunately, in every facet and damn near every form of every career, sex is always exchanged in lieu of information, right? Information or something. Sex is always used as the bargaining chip. So it's always going to happen. And so I hear you with the voting thing and blah, 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 blah. But I don't know if that's going to be a big enough thing to look at it. But again, this happens all the time.
Yeah. Hold on.
Because I'm going to tell you something right now. If I got to fuck an old lady director to get a role on a goddamn, get a lead role on a network TV show, I'm finna give grandma the dick.
Yeah.
How about we get into this debate?
Yeah.
So I'll set this up because there's no way to transition from that. So this is the smart dumb niggas, as Winston has done before, and with NBA playoffs or the NBA postseason beginning tonight with play-ins, which Charlotte just beat Miami to go to the next round of play-in. We thought it would be fun to discuss which team would win in a 7-game series. And this came to me because I saw this post, which is this would unironically be the best team in NBA history. And that is, you taking Team White or Team Black? And they said Team White would be the best team in NBA history. You got John Stockton, Luka Doncic, Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, and Nikola Jokic. And then on Team Black, Dwayne and I had to talk about this and make this. We have Magic, Jordan, Bron, KG, and Shaq.
You're putting KG before you put Tim Duncan? Are you out of your mind?
Here's why I'm laughing at this lineup. Because there's going to be a lot of them 5 white men called niggas all up and down that court.
Hey, but yo, real talk. Real talk. How you go? Like, I love KG, but how you gonna put KG before Tim Duncan? Like, are we being for real?
Better defender. That was the ultimate thing. I was trying to.
Hold up, real quick.
Wait, look what it showed up.
Hold up. Time out. I did not have any input on this fucking lineup, so do not blame me for shit.
No one's blaming you for anything. Come on.
Because there's no Tim Duncan. We're not talking about Tim Robinson.
Where's Kobe? Hakeem Olajuwon?
Yeah, where's Kobe? Like, I'm sorry, but
Kobe
Kobe
was under consideration. But the overlapping skills, his game is the exact same as Jordan. So there is no point in doing that.
But there's no way you like. I love KG. There's no way you put KG over Tim Duncan. I'm sorry.
I did it for defense. That was the point.
But then on top, really, you did it for defense, and all white doesn't play fucking defense. The only one that plays defense in there is John Stockton. That's
Larry Bird played defense, motherfucker.
Okay, so 2 of these niggas gonna play defense, and the other 3 just gonna get run over. Like, what are we talking about?
Defense.
But that's the point.
Dirk and Luka are both not playing defense, and neither does Joker. Joker don't play no goddamn defense.
You need defenders to take on those players who are gonna be nothing but offense.
Bro, that the team black is. What? This is not a debate. Team Black is dog walking because they play both sides of the ball. Because they play both sides of the ball. I would have given you something if it seemed like this was a little more balanced. But like the running thing about Luka, unfortunately, is he don't play defense.
Yes, I know.
Running thing about Dirk.
That's why when I saw this is unironically the best team in NBA history, I said, "What the actual fuck?"
It would not be the best team because they do not play two sides of the ball.
Exactly. So I purposely picked the team that played both sides of the ball. Well, Shaq before he went to Shaq from.
So here's the problem with Team Black. The problem with Team Black is that
first of all, time out. That phrasing is wild. Here's the problem.
Yeah, well, there's no other way to phrase it in this scenario. But the problem with this team is that Matt, I understand why you didn't pick Kobe, but on this team that you have on the screen, there is nobody that's going to get these motherfuckers to not play selfish.
That was the kryptonite on purpose. I'm going to be honest.
Kobe, if you replaced Kobe with Michael, Kobe would make those motherfuckers play as a team.
First of all, you watch your.
Wait. I think Magic would make them play as a team because Magic is a hell of a distributor, and LeBron's a hell of a distributor.
It's not about distributing the ball. It's about getting their egos to shut the fuck down.
First of all, hey, Dwayne, Matt, put me and Winston on the screen real quick, please. Look. Imagine go come in the huddle. Listen, guys, you got to turn the ball around, okay? We got to pass the ball. You got to pass the ball to Tim. You got to pass the ball to the ball. You got to pass the ball to Showtime. All right. You got to pass the ball. Hey, listen, don't listen, baby. Listen, it's showtime. The white boy can't beat us. We got to make sure that we get the basketball. What the fuck are you saying, Magic? We got to make sure that we get the basketball.
I fucking hate you, nigga. I hate you so much. I hate you so much, bro. Oh my god.
Hey, the old man even says Magic would have kept them in check. He's the one who can speak on it the most.
I don't think so.
Hey, not with those egos.
Because the thing about Kobe is the only one on that team.
L Boogie says Kobe is no MJ when it comes to leading. What the fuck?
That is the truth.
Yeah, that's no. I didn't put,
Kobe is no MJ when it comes to pushing himself through. Kobe, but the different. Bro,
I call bullshit.
If you listen to every Redeem Team interview, they talk about how the only reason that they stopped fucking around is because Kobe said, "Y'all motherfuckers are not gonna do this shit."
1,000%. Remember, hold
basketball.
time out. No, shut the fuck up. Don't do that. Literally, they are all going to the club. Melo, LeBron, all them niggas going to the club. And as they get home at 5 a.m, Kobe's ass walking out and going to the gym, and they go, "Where is Kobe going?"
Shit, I'm a nigga. That's like you know a nigga leave. Kobe had Shaq, MJ had coke heads.
Yeah, but the difference is everyone else also had coke heads when MJ was playing.
That's also true.
Kobe didn't play with the Showtime Lakers and those egos. The old man is chiming in.
Sure, but you had, again, the egos of LeBron, Melo, all of them motherfuckers. And literally, like, that whole Redeem Team documentary where they're talking about, he said, first play, I'm running through Powell. And they go, he ain't gonna do that shit. What's the first thing he did? That's his brother. That is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Powell was one of the godfathers of one of the babies, bro. And he laid that nigga.
This is why KG went up there. What? That man's ego is strictly defense. He doesn't care if he's fucking scoring the ball. It's defense and a hard-ass mentality.
KG don't have an ego. KG will just shoot you.
That's right.
I'm dead ass serious. Kevin Durant is a nigga from the west side of Chicago. Kevin Durant will clap fire from
Kevin Garnett. Not Kevin Durant.
That's what I meant. I meant Kevin Garnett. That's what I meant. Kevin Garnett will slap the dog shit out you.
I mean, he will stop the shit out of
you. Dog, nigga.
And also, you act like you don't see LeBron on the court being like, motherfucker, pass the ball this way, do this, that way.
LeBron gonna do this. I don't want no problems. I got a commercial to shoot later.
LeBron's gonna say, I only got 15 minutes tonight.
Yep, out the gate. I only got 15. That's it. That's it.
But yeah, man. But I will say this though, just because go back to the black team again. I'll be honest with you, and this is going to sound wild, but considering the amount of iso ball some of these dudes like to do anyway, I'm actually probably replacing Magic with Steph, and that's just so you have 3-point shooting.
That was under the consideration.
That's the only thing I would potentially say is you potentially replace Magic with Steph, because Steph is a good distributor. He's got that gives you the 3-point shot, and it's not. I would make the argument that I think Magic is a better point guard, honestly, but just to give you range, that would be the only thing I would say.
I'm gonna tell you something. Hi, can I get the camera, please? Hi. I like to object to Winston's statement. Objection, Your Honor. Here's why I object. I object on the grounds that Winston is not talking about 3-point ability. Winston is actually liking to bring a light-skinned person onto the team.
No, nigga. No, nigga.
That nigga saw 5 dark-skinned niggas.
If that's how you felt about that, if that's how you felt about that, you would have said that shit when I said Tim Duncan over Kevin Garnett. Don't do that. I'm not gonna let you do that bullshit.
Tim Duncan is just white with a tan.
But see, what you're not going to do is you're not going to disrespect the greatest. And I can't believe I'm saying this because, again, Dirk is probably my favorite player of all time. You're not going to. I'm not going to let you sit here, Mr. Fundamental, bro. The shit Tim Duncan would do. Tim Duncan would be like, "Hey, man, next time you box out, make sure you actually plant your knees a little bit, so that way you don't actually lose your footing. Then that way you'll actually make sure you get the rebound. All right, I'll see you on the next drive." Like that's the shit talk he would do. Is he would talk to you about how your fundamentals are fucked up, bro.
If he's so polite, you're like, I don't know about like this.
Hey, the man who had to be in KG press conferences, KG keep the media waiting to get a massage.
Hey, that's a real nigga right there. Hey, brother, I'm tight. My back hurt a little bit. Y'all gotta wait for a second. I got this little chick named Diana Rossini. She just says she's gonna get this interview. LeBron didn't ditch the media stage till the question stopped. Yeah, because his hair hadn't finished setting. He had to get his hairline refixed back up.
Hey Jay, he was covering LeBron before that was an issue, bro.
And now, an ode to Karens, brought to you by Blerds in the Hood. Now, before we go into this dedication, you must be asking yourself, well, what is a Karen and what does it mean? Well, Karen is a mocking slang term for an entitled, obnoxious, middle-aged white woman, especially as featured in memes. Karen is generally stereotyped as having a blonde bob haircut, asking to speak to retail and restaurant managers to voice complaints or make demands, and being a nagging, often divorced mother from Generation X. Karens most notably have been known now to call the police on black people when they're just doing this thing called living. You know, something that God allowed them to do. This includes Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, Sleepin' Sarah, and a host of others. And typically Karens feel that because they are white women, they are entitled to do whatever they want and make life choices based on their insecurities as well as fears. Well, here are a few moments of wild Karens caught in their natural habitat.
I would just like to point out here, because there's a bunch of people that have had this debate about Tim Duncan versus Kevin Garnett. So Tim Duncan, 5 NBA championships, 2 MVPs, 15-time All-Star, 8-time All-Defensive First Team. Kevin Garnett, 1 NBA championship, 1 MVP, 15-time All-Star, and 9-time All-Defensive First Team. How are you not going to go with the 5-time champion, 2-time MVP? I don't understand that, honestly. I really don't.
Hey, man.
I'm going to be honest. Tim Duncan was one of my favorite players, and I just did not want to put in there just because I'm like, I don't want to.
You didn't want to see one of your people. Do you want to see no light skin?
I got one of my people. His name is Shaquille O'Neal, who is one of the nicest NBA players you will ever meet in your life.
Shaquille O'Neal is light skinned now.
No, but one of my favorite players. That's what I mean by one of my people.
Play the Karen.
Pov of rage baiting your racist Lyft driver.
Oh, I have it all on recording, by the way.
It's all on recording.
It's all, no. Literally on voice recording. It's been on.
Hold on. Before this plays, I need you all to listen closely at all the shit you hear, especially in the background, because this is going to be hilarious. Play it again, please.
Pov of rage baiting your racist Lyft driver.
Oh, I have it all on recording, by the way.
It's all on recording.
It's all, no. Literally on voice recording. It's been on voice recording.
And I told you.
Yep.
Okay, so are they refusing to get out? Or?
Yes. Refusing. Yep. Refusing right now.
You hear the door? We not refusing to get out. She locking us out. She locking us in. Help. She locking us in. Help. 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 Help! Help! We trying to get out! We trying to get out! Help! We trying to get out! Help! That's my door! Help! 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 She spit on me! She spit on me!
You can't lock them in your car.
You spit! Help! 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 Help!
Yeah, double homicide. Bitch. No, I'm sorry.
You got her fired and got her screaming at the same time. Jesus.
But that's the smartest thing to do.
Ain't rocking that Kuda Kende off the boat shade. Huh?
So
I got it. Oh, that I'm also light skinned. No, I know I am. But either way, just the fact that he wasn't going to include Timmy, but he wanted to include KG, and he said Timmy was his favorite player. Just
one of them. That man actually.
Let me finish telling about what this is. So, as you can see, she tried to call Lyft to get them out the car, and she supposedly there was a bunch of racist shit that was happening. So people in the comments were calling her Peter Griffin, first of all. Which
damn.
Guys are back. But it's smart because it's like you're not gonna make it seem like it's bad on us. we gonna make it seem like, hey, but you got us locked in here. And for them to yell help, and for her to go, you can't lock, because we've seen videos on this show of drivers sometimes locking people in or not wanting to get out the car to cause a scene. So for the Lyft person to be like, you can't lock them in your car, and then her trying to have the crash out afterwards, because look, we talk about it all the time. White tears are dangerous.
Very dangerous.
White woman tears are dangerous. And that is two black men. Because had they not did, let's just be real. So people are gonna be like, oh, well, this is blah blah blah. Had they not recorded this and did what they did, they could have potentially been. This is in Fort Wayne, Indiana, by the way. There's no telling what the police would have did. Lyft would have deactivated their accounts and everything. You gotta protect your fucking self. What are you?
I forgot because I'm still looking up like stat comparisons between Tim Duncan and fucking KG. I forgot Timmy was wearing dreads for a while.
I'm sorry, what?
You ever seen this?
It was post-retirement.
Yeah. Look at this nigga.
Oh no! That nigga look like he wrote an R&B album that nobody listened to. Oh, the nigga, can you feel me? That nigga got the Craig David dreads. Oh,
met a girl on Monday, but I forgot his wife bad though. His wife bad though. That's his wife, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Bro, his wife is bad though. Oh my goodness.
We were together on a Sunday. Now I'm singing this fucking song. God damn it, Winston.
Met a girl on Monday. Took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday. Oh my God, not the Puerto Rican Killmonger.
This is why I do it live. This is why I say do it live. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Duncan Helver have color me bad breeds. Yo, Joseph Ashley, he be sometimes just slipping in these just like one little zingers, like once a show where I'm like, bro, like not the color me bad
breeds. They got them. I want to sex you up.
Ooh, yeah. I wanna sex you up.
Making love until we dry. Hey man, we gotta get ready to get up out of here. Winston, tell me how to...
Shit, wait a minute. I didn't know he had the speaking of Kunta Kinte. I didn't know he had the Kunta Kinte fro at one point.
I got a bone to pick. I don't want you motherfucking thing on my phone again.
Clearly, he did not have a pick. What are you talking about? He clearly did not have a pick, Jay.
Oh shit! Tell people what you got going on. Go to you.
You can find me at the Swaggy Blerd on all platforms, man. Here on YouTube. No Spill the Tequila this week. Roka's at CinemaCon. I couldn't make it work myself, so no Spill the Tequila. I believe we've still got Capes and Cows going on this Friday. I can't remember if because of CinemaCon. I know it ends on Thursday, but I think Christian is traveling, but I'll double check on that. But check me out those. But check me out again on my stuff specifically. I got some stuff coming out this week. Yeah, Jay, what about you, man?
Oh man, thank y'all, everybody. I leave tomorrow through Sunday. I will be in Austin, Texas for the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. So if you know anybody in Austin or close to Austin, let them know I'm there. I'm doing like 7 or 8 shows. So I'll be all around doing at least 1 or 2 shows each night that I am there, hanging out in Austin. So please come out to that. If you are in the San Diego area or you're close to San Diego, on the 25th of April, I will be headlining the Mic Drop Comedy Club, 7:30 p.m., 1 show only. So I'm doing that on the 25th. Get your tickets for that. What else is there to say? Hey man,
real quick. This is how I know that Screen King must be newer. This was not one of our. This is not our.
Oh, my brother in Christ!
Not even close.
Oh, this ain't even top 10.
Not even top 10. This is certainly in the conversation of like, oh man, it's been a while since I've seen a 50-point game out of Jay and Winston right now. But this ain't even close to the craziest show we've ever done.
So to answer this question, PC. LA shows, I will be. Let me pull up my calendar. I just added next Thursday.
My fault. It just we have been on one. But continue your thought, Jay.
Next Thursday, I will be at the Hollywood Improv, 7:30 p.m. in the lab. Then on the 28th, I will be at the Elysian Comedy Club, the Elysian Theater in Echo Park, wherever the fuck that is. Hold on, let me pull it. Come on, go back the other way. I need to see how the whole thing looks because I got to pick. It's a bunch of fucking shows. So that's that. The 30th, I will be at the Cat's Crawl doing a show there. The 29th, it's on a Wednesday. Not sure if I'll be here, but I'll be in Long Beach for that. The 30th, that's that. God damn, I got a lot of great shit coming up. So yeah. A lot of shows. Please follow me on all my get my ass to Cleveland. I gotta figure. Okay, so here's the deal. Cleveland is on the cities I want to come to. Cleveland, New York. I gotta go back home to Chicago. Here's the only thing that's been stopping all those. Money. Now, because flights are ridiculous. That's the only thing. Oh, yeah, you said you was counting. I ain't even listen. Somebody said I wasn't. Oh, yeah, I wasn't even counting the drunk show. Yeah. But I'm definitely trying to get out to Cleveland. I will make some calls, make that happen. Am I doing any radio in the morning while I'm in Austin? Nothing that I know of as of now. Stay tuned. I may be having something coming up with the New York Comedy Festival in October, depending on the dates, because I have to be in Montana for a show in October as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm working also, I will say this publicly on the show. I am working on something. Hopefully it comes to fruition to get Blerds in the Hood at San Diego Comic-Con. So just so you know, I know you looked up like, what the fuck are you talking about? I am working on something that will potentially get Blerds in the Hood and say, I hope I can do that. So stay tuned to that. All of those things and more, man. We appreciate every last one of y'all. I was wondering if we should do this thing where we take this down now that it's live and then re-upload it on Wednesday to get double the viewers.
Or the producer that was supposed to be clipping shit out could clip some shit out. No.
That's another story for another day.
with what you
going on right now, I don't expect that right now. But as a general whole, we just got to start clipping out. So,
with that being said, thank you guys. We will see you all next week. Please share the episode. Everybody that was here, share the episode. To all of y'all that have watched live, I love the fact there are so many people that watch live that we never know, that make sure you're here every single week. Some of you all that pop up in the neighborhood and more, we appreciate the fuck out of y'all. I am going to be up all night because why go to sleep when you got to leave at 3:45 in the morning?
Yeah, I'm going to bed immediately.
All right, y'all. We'll holler at y'all next week. Till then, we're out. Bye.
We're not in the. God
we don't.
Damn it! God damn it, motherfucking.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.